Hello, all you wonderful people. Welcome back to another episode of the Underground City Let's Build. So last episode, as we can see, our vines are growing. Last episode, I was working on something. So, I've been having a lot of trouble recently as of recording. I've lost at least 5 videos in the past couple days because of glitches. 3 of them because I was using the wrong video codec, and 2 of them because of the excessive lag glitch that we got last episode. So, the one that I recorded but never uploaded was when I built this house. I took the mountain house that we built outside, right around here. It's raining. I don't want it to rain right now. So I took the mountain house that we built in a tutorial, and I pretty much just threw it into the underground city. So if you haven't watched this one already, you pretty much know, if you saw the tutorial, how it went down. It's pretty identical. I changed out some blocks. I made things a little bit bigger. I kind of changed some of the stylistic choices that I did before, so it fits the underground city theme. And I was very upset that I wasn't able to show you guys that. But, you know, unfortunately, that does happen every once in a while. So that's what I worked on. I made this little platform, and it's super cool. I like it. It's kind of inset and kind of draws you in. And I have staircases off to the side. We can go into this area, so we can maintain that. And there was another staircase. I was going off to this side. I was going to have a staircase kind of wrap around, somehow get to this point so you can actually go into the house. So I'll work on that another time. I don't even want to look at that. I'm mad because I lost that recording. It was really good. Anything else I worked on? I'm not entirely sure. I probably just kind of like top these logs off with half slabs so it kind of has a bit more contrast. So I think that's the style that I'm going to go with from now on, at least, I think, because it has enough contrast to kind of create a line so you can actually tell between the different layers. So I'll keep that. But I had a comment. I got a comment, I think, yesterday or a couple days ago to put... I got a lot of comments on this area, what to put here. And one I really liked was kind of like a... I don't know if it was exactly what he said, but it was like a Mayan pyramid. You know what I mean? Something like a shrine, and I really like that idea. So I'm going to get some block types and see if we can create something today. It's not going to be super huge, but it's going to be really, really cool looking. And I don't know whether or not to have it centered here and be tiny, or to have this kind of be just an area where you stand and then have it up there. I think having it up there would be better, and maybe we can like work with it, make it all pretty. So here we go. This is where we're going to clear out some areas so we can start like making sure that this all works. Ooh, that's super loud. Music and sound. Turn the blocks down, because you can turn individual sounds down. So that's a lot quieter now. Oh, I got a burp. I just had my coffee. I'm always burpy. There's something wrong with my digestive system. All right. So we need to find the center. We need to align this. So you have that huge tower. This is probably where the king or the mayor lives. He lives up top here, so we can watch over his entire city. You know, right here. Ooh, that's a really nice view. I got a suggestion to put string where I want it to end. These little bits. So let's go get some string. I don't know how to place it though. Can I just kind of like put it right underneath? Yep, I can. But it's very time consuming. But we can put this here for any vines that we want to end at this length. Of course, it takes up like one little bit. So I'll go around. I'll place these maybe off camera because it's not super important. And anything that I want a little bit longer, I'll let grow. Like if I think that there should be more green right here, there definitely needs to be more green right here. Another thing that we could do is just kind of let it all grow and then shape it afterwards, because you can just kind of like see how this is super long. We just put that there and it stops right there. So we'll let it grow. We'll just continuously place vines, let it all grow, and then when that's all said and done, we can just, you know, we can just shape it however we want. So let's start up on this Mayan build. So we have to make a staircase of some sort. So let's align this here. This is the midpoint. It's going to be a 3 wide staircase. So it's going to be right here and then 3 blocks right here. It's not totally centered, unfortunately. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to shape it. So I have to delete this area. There's about 4 blocks right there, so I need 4 blocks open right here. Or I can close it off. That would work too. But we can work on the details a little bit later. I want to have like maybe statues on the side or something cool. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is where it needs to end. So we're just gonna dig out all this, and then we're gonna shape it. So we can like get the specifics later, as long as we have the general shape. So we have this right here. Yeah, look at that. So now let's start building something cool. So let's go up this high. How deep is this staircase gonna go? It's gonna go really deep actually. And right now I'm just kind of like guesstimating what I want it to look like, because I have no idea what this looks like. I could take 5 seconds out of my life and figure out what a Mayan pyramid looks like, so I can base it off of it, which is a great idea. So let's see. Mayan pyramid. Real-time research. Oh, that's really cool. I like this. I now know what you were thinking of. Get my mouse back here. So what we need is I'm probably just gonna do it in Mossy and then like fix it up later. We need something like this. Oh, I got a burp. So I'm just gonna have this kind of come down like that. It's gonna hit the middle somewhere. And that's gonna be right there. I'm not sure if this fits the theme, but I think it'll be a welcome addition. And it's all green and stuff. So we're gonna have this be where everything goes. And maybe we can have, we probably could push this back a couple blocks like that, right? The staircase is gonna go right here, just like this. All right, so that's where it's gonna be. The railing's gonna be right there. Probably shouldn't have destroyed it because there was still the blocks I placed underneath. Like, see like how I can just kind of go like that, and it's exactly what we need? We'll just do that instead. So we're just gonna like, you know, fill this up, see what it looks like, and we need to kind of create the little thing that goes around. You have no idea what I'm talking about right now. I'm just looking at this design. Look up Mayan pyramid, you'll see. You have the staircase, and then you have this thing that's 2 blocks high. And it kind of goes in, and then it goes 2 blocks up again. And this is how it looks right now. That's how the Mayan pyramid looks. And I don't know if it translates well to Minecraft, but maybe it looks really cool. Maybe it doesn't. Who knows? All right. So that's kind of how it goes. Unfortunately, it looks kind of dinky in Minecraft, so we can probably make it look a little bit better just by adding some detail here and there. This is going to be interesting. One thing about Minecraft, and it's kind of difficult, is that a lot of real-life stuff doesn't look good in Minecraft just because of the way the textures are made. This will look great in a texture pack, but in default, it does not look great at all. It looks kind of dinky, borderline dinky, actually. Like, it's generally not an attractive-looking thing. See how the textures don't match and stuff like that. So we have to kind of like work with what we got, unfortunately. And it ends up kind of looking weird. So let's see what we can do. Because I know that I can make this work. I know what I have to do. You're just gonna have to make it work and fit the style of the underground city, which shouldn't be too difficult. So let's see. You have these bits, and it's just kind of like a bigger staircase. For some reason, they thought this was a good idea. Oh. So let's see. Let's just go up 1 more block. All right. Any changes that we need to make besides the fact that this looks stupid? No, I have no objections. So one thing that I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go back and just kind of like even it out, make it less like intense, maybe. Just kind of like have more than 1 block type, so it's not just like complete green. But, you know, do it in a way that's, like, tasteful and doesn't look terrible. And we'll place a block right there. Like that. That's a little bit better, I guess. It's in line, correct? Yes, it is. So now what we can do, besides, like, making this look silly, is I'm just going to make a wall right here, and maybe I'll add my own FancyBluPants. 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 I'm having a stroke today. FancyBluPants. My God. adds some of my own flair to it, to this design. So maybe we can have like a little thing like right here. And it can look pretty cool. So we do that, and then that, and then that, and then maybe have something like that. And maybe we can use that design all the way down. Ooh, I just hit my microphone. I'm sorry. It's kind of in my face. I'm like articulated funny. All right, so that's good. This is looking, the more we build, the better it looks. So we just kind of have to roll with it. All right. Boop, boop, and a boop, and a boop, and a boop, boop. All right. So and I'll add detail later. So we have this. We have the brightly colored blocks. We have this and that, and this and that, and this and that, and then optimally we were going to use cobblestone walls. But guess what? There's another block type that we can use. This one for contrast. Woo! Look at that. That's interesting. It's very interesting looking. All right, so the actual design is a big blocky thing, which means we need to clear out a lot of space so that we can see what we're doing. And I'm just gonna have some contrast right there. Yeah. It's not gonna use any wood. This could almost be like something that was found ancient, like a long time ago, and then they built the city here because of like some kind of intervention, like divine intervention kind of thing. The way that this entire city can live. I have no idea. I'm trying to create lore. It's not working. I'll have someone write me a book on this, on how this city came to be. What do you think, guys? Where did this Mayan pyramid come from? Why is it in the ground? Maybe it fell from the sky. It's a sinkhole. It fell into the ground through that tiny, tiny hole. What is this? So we're cleaning out some ground. Well, how long have we been recording? I want to make sure I'm not going over my time limit. So, all in all, this is actually, it's not looking terrible. I think it adds a lot to the build. Ooh, this is pretty. Ooh, okay. So, now that we've cleared out some area, let's start innovating. Oh my god, I'm so stuffy today. It's not even funny. What if we just kind of like did something like this, and then did something like that, 1 block wide? Maybe we had this to kind of round it off. And we did something like that, and then something like that. Nope. Oh my god, I did it wrong. Oh my god. Does that look better than this side? I guess not. I cannot breathe today. Oh my god. I've been having allergies like really badly. Also, I just made a mistake, which cost me a lot of time just now. Ugh. Fine. Okay, let's try to redeem ourselves. Somehow. That. Oh, wait. How did it go? How did it look? I don't remember. Maybe it was just kind of like that. Yeah, let's roll with that. Let's do that. And then we'll get our favorite block in the world. And then we'll get our second favorite block. And then our favorite block in the world once again right on top. Okay, that way this thing kind of shrinks down a little bit. It's not as, like, intensely wide. But now this kind of looks a little bit weird. Oh, this was a mistake. Okay, so how do we do this? How do we make this look good? Trick question, you cannot. It's impossible. So we'll start off with that. We'll have some detail over here. Right? So there's 3 blocks there. Now we need to make this look good. Somehow. So let's start off by, you know, something like that, maybe. Ooh, okay, I'm looking at this design. It's pretty much a flat wall. So we should probably make a flat wall, then detail the flat wall accordingly. So it just looks like this. So it's like this. You have a doorway. You have a doorway inside, right? Ooh. You have this, and then it kind of goes like, I'm looking at this, and then it kind of has a lip like this. Goes across, and it goes inside like 2 blocks maybe, or 2.5 blocks. And it kind of comes out again. Let's see how big this is. Is this too big? Like completely too big? Maybe. This could be too big. So then it kind of comes in like this, and there's like a section where it's flat right here. I'm just kind of recreating the picture, and then we can make it detailed. I just need something to look at. So it looks like that. And then maybe it has like another lip, but the lip is a lot closer together. So it kind of has this effect, like it looks like a stare. So it looks like that. And then maybe we can do something like this. So I'm going to try and detail this best I can. But the Mayans were not thinking about Minecraft when they built this. They were thinking about, you know, how quickly can we get a house done? See, that looks kind of plain, but that's what it looks like. Pretty much. So what we can do, let's try. Let's add some flair. Let's put some, let's do that, right? Ooh. Oh, that was freaky. All right. Let's do something like this, right? And then maybe we'll have, oh, I can't get inside here. I'll have something like this. And then something like this, kind of like that. Because arches are the way to the future. So we'll break this out again, right? And we're going to add our FancyBluPants flare. I'm having a stroke. I'm recording this early in the morning, and you guys know when it's early in the morning, I lack any sort of speech functionality whatsoever. That's kind of difficult to, like, talk. Which is why I should not record in the morning. But whatever. I gotta get this done. Alright, that looks worse than it did before. Okay, let's just inset a wall and see what we can do. I'm gonna try and incorporate different block types. Alright, it looked better as a flat wall. Oh, that's something, huh? When a build looks better when it's flat, you know that you're doing this wrong. Oh my god, what am I doing? I'm trying to make this look good, and I'm really struggling. I'm really trying to make it look like the real thing, but it's not working at all. Because, like, I just don't know how to translate this into Minecraft. Maybe we should stick with a less coarse stair right here. And then maybe we should just kind of incorporate castle architecture, even though it's not part of that architecture timeline. Excuse me. I burped, and I don't care. All right, let's put a block behind that. All right, what about that? How's that? It's still under detailed, and that's what frustrates me. Because I really am a stickler for detail, and trying to recreate something that already exists is not working right now. Let's bring this down. Let's just do that, and then do this, right? Okay, so we have that part, right? So let's recreate that again over here. And let's see what we can get. Let's see if we can get this to work. Let's put a coarse block. So maybe the mossy right behind here. Kind of give it some contrast, I guess. And let's do that same thing right here. Yeah. Alright. We gotta incorporate coarse and smooth. That's kind of how I'm dividing everything. So we have this, right? Let's put some broken smooth right here. And just kind of like give it some character. There we go. Okay. It's not terrible. We're getting somewhere. We just need to work at it. We just need to keep pushing. Keep trying new designs. This is what makes a daily Let's Build difficult. Oh, I'm glad I came up with something. I'm glad someone suggested that idea. This is going to be a long episode just because I'm really adamant about getting this right. I want to get this looking good. So you guys get a little treat today. A little 25-minute episode. So let's see what happens if I do this. Think that looks good? Does that design choice look nice? No, it doesn't. Alright. So this is supposed to be a smooth section. It's not a coarse section. The coarse section is down here. I'm looking at the Mayan build as well, and it's pretty smooth. Let's try this. Let's try incorporating because like right here, it's kind of like a blend of coarse and smooth, this thing. So this can be used in smooth sections and in coarse sections, and it kind of has the same effect. It's like, it's perfect camouflage, if you know what I mean. So I'm not going to have as tall of a, like a battlement right here, because it doesn't need it. See that? This is, it's a very coarse section. From here, it looks fantastic. I love it from here. It's just when you get up close, it's hard to, for your brain to kind of make out the details. But maybe that's why we choose the coarse, because we don't want people actually seeing what this is supposed to look like. And that's my stance on the subject. So let's kind of raise everything up so the half slabs actually work. All right, that looks good. So that means we can, we'll probably choose a smooth brick type underneath, and then a coarse on top. Ooh, ooh, that's what we'll do. Coarse on top, smooth on the bottom. So either a stone, cracked stone, or mossy stone. Oh my gosh, here we go. Now we're getting somewhere. I'm having a eureka moment right now. How to use the coarse and the smooth block types to their advantage. Use them on top of each other. There's only cobblestone though. So, okay. Bloop, and maybe I'll put a bloop. And then I'll put a bloop and a bloop smooth right there. Alright, let's fix this one as well. I figured it out. Can't believe I figured it out. A lot of you guys probably don't even know what the hell I'm talking about. Just that it looks good. And you can... So now, because I put the smooth texture underneath the coarse texture, it still has the coarse texture, but you can see the staircase now. It doesn't just disappear underneath everything. Oh, it's perfect. Absolutely perfect. So let's continue. I probably should have stuck with having like this on the side, but no matter. I usually go with the mistakes I make in these Let's Builds. I try to like just, if I made a mistake, I use that mistake because maybe it was predetermined for me to make the mistake so that I can discover a new way of doing this. See how it's looking a little bit better? It's very coarse on the sides, but the same reason I use the whites right here, you can still make out everything. You can make out the layers because it has that contrast on top. So that's looking cool. I'm not using any different smooth block types down here because I don't want to. Because I'm really using it in exchange for a coarse block type just so I can see it better. Like I'm not using it as a smooth block type because it can be used as a coarse block type. If you haven't figured it out already, coarse block types, I'm talking about like this stuff, the diorite, the gravel, cobblestone, anything that's coarse and has a heavy texture like netherrack, moss stone. I mean, smooth is when it has a defined pattern like spruce or these things, or brick, anything smooth. And it has a different effect every time you use a different block type, like coarse versus smooth has a completely different feel, which is why I divide them into those categories. And sometimes you have the in-betweens, the coarse, smooth block types, and they work with both. They're hybrid, and it's really cool to use them because you can see how well they change a build so quickly. All right, I'll have that there. It's okay, it's kind of overgrown. We use the half slabs right here, and then I'll just kind of like bury this in with the smooth stone. Okay, I'm gonna have this kind of arc up like that. All right, how do we fix the top part? The bottom part's looking good. Should I have a course for the bottom part? I think so. Because now it looks like a little pillar. See that? Ooh, ooh. I probably need, oh, I don't know. Do I use coarse? Nah, I use a smooth. Okay. I need to do this. I need to break this and do that. So it's like an arc, but it's not a full arc. I don't want it to be a full arc. Or do I? Do I want it to be a full arc? So I have like I have a quarter block right there, and I have a half block right there. What looks better? I think the half block looks better. So I'll do that. Break this out. Just have a full block right there. All right. Smooth textures on the inside. At least semi-smooth. I'll have this right here. It doesn't really matter. So I'm going to choose stone brick. I don't want more than 2 types. I'll have this, and then I'll have maybe a broken stone brick. So that's what I have on the other side. Alright. We're getting somewhere. I could put a cobblestone wall here, but I'm only going to put it at the bottom because I just need it to, like, kind of round off everything. I use these as little corner bits, so it's kind of like, see how it kind of creates an arc? That's why I choose to use those block types. Let me actually just block this off right here. I don't want you to be able to see that. I want you to be able to see off to the side. It doesn't really matter on the right side because it's covered in stone. I probably should just cover in stone anyway. Like, I should just have the stone over top of this. Right? So this will work. Just like that. Ooh, ooh. Nope, none of that. Alright, we're at 25 minutes right now. But I really want to finish this so badly. So let's try and kind of dip in. Create something cool. Ugh. Alright, should we have it go up to there? No, we're not going to do that. Okay, I'll just have it kind of go in like this, and then cobblestone wall. Should we have cobblestone wall for the sections in between? So let's try that. Cobblestone wall here, cobblestone wall here. Let me just kind of get out of here. Replace that. Let me fix this by placing a block right there. Does this look good? Does that look good enough? It's kind of like 3 different sections. Whew. This is supposed to be kind of primitive, so I don't mind if it's simpler, as long as it kind of has a theme. As long as it has detail and has a theme, and it looks good. Does this look good? Does this is this fancy approved? Because I could make any stupid little like stone thing. Because this is all supposed to be smooth, so I should replace this with a smooth texture, even if it's simple. Because it's not supposed to draw your attention. I'm gonna leave that andesite there because it's actually pretty cool. Oh, lagging. So now I have to have it kind of come up. So we'll have something like this. Okay, smooth texture. Because this top part's supposed to be the actual shrine, so it should be smooth, in my opinion. It should be mostly smooth, since it was more well developed than the bottom half. The bottom half was like a staircase. If you look at the Mayan, if you look at the actual pyramids, it's coarse at the bottom and smooth on top. So we'll roll with that. And then we're just going to add a little flare. FancyBluPants flare, which is why I just turn it into a castle. But that's okay. I just totally messed that part up. Oh, that's bad. All right, and then should we just kind of top this off like that? Keep it simple? What do you guys think? I think it needs more contrast right here. We're going to use a semi-smooth right here. Some semi-smooth. Kind of like a line going across. Ooh. Needs more contrast. It still needs a little bit more contrast. I think I'm going to put like, can I do this? Does that look? No, it doesn't. But I need something like right there. I need like almost just that block. Ooh, we might have it. We might have it. I think it's this. Adds just enough contrast and shading in between these block types to kind of really get that good feel. If you can't see what I'm doing, like if you look at this and say, oh, it looks the same, I apologize. Just trying to get this right. Oh, it still needs something. I think it needs coarse on the top. Maybe. Let me just kind of make this lip. And then maybe come back here and do that. Does that do anything for me? No, it doesn't. Hooey, I really want to get this done. I really want to like have this look good, but that corner is not doing it for me. Oh, maybe that'll be fine. Let's do that. Kind of like top it off. I think it still needs something. I think it needs some color. Maybe like something that pops a little bit more. like almost like that. Ooh, that might be it. See how it kind of like, it's smooth, but it's brighter? I think we'll stick with this. I think that this is good enough for us. And I might keep that just top part simple. I would normally like kind of make this look a little bit cooler, but I think I need to just leave that there. I think it'll be fine. Oh my God, this was a long episode, but it was important. Now I'm going crazy with the stairs. I should just stop. I mean, normally I would never leave something flat like that, but I think it needs to happen. This is getting really difficult. Trying to make this work. Does that look better? Does that look good? Who knows? You know what, guys? Leave some comments below what you think we should do with this Mayan temple. You think it even fits the theme? I think it fits because it really has a good contrast with like modern industry and ancient technology. I think it's cool. And we can have a lot more leaves coming down. Like, I don't know, mutual respect for the ancient times. Who knows? Please leave a comment below what you think of this build. What do you think of the Mayan temple that we've created? How do you think we should make it look? Do you think we should make any additions to it? I don't know. This is going up the same day that I recorded it, so lucky you guys. Hopefully it could render in time. So thank you all for watching. Please leave a like if you enjoyed. Please subscribe if you haven't already. And I guess I will see you guys later. Bye-bye.